My fiancé told me, "My maid of honor says you're not good enough." I stayed calm, until I showed her maid of honor the screenshots of my fiancé trashing her. The fallout ended our wedding for good. I'm Derek, 31M, and I just watched my entire wedding collapse in less than 48 hours. And the craziest part? I'm not even sad about it. If anything, I feel relieved. I'd been with Sophia, 29, for 4 years, engaged for 1, and our wedding was supposed to be 3 months away. Everything was planned. Venue booked, deposits paid, the dress purchased, all the little details handled. Her maid of honor, Natalie, 30, has been her best friend since high school. Practically a sister to her. Or so I thought. It all started last Tuesday during dinner. Out of nowhere, Sophia casually dropped this on me. "Just so you know, Natalie thinks you're not good enough for me. She says I'm settling because you're just a paramedic and she has her master's degree." I froze mid-bite. I asked, "She really said that?" Sophia nodded like it was nothing. "Yeah, but don't worry, I defended you. She just wants the best for me. She's a good friend, looking out for me." I forced a smile, but inside I was boiling. A good friend? The same friend Sophia constantly vented to me about. How judgmental and exhausting she was. How she always had to one-up everyone. The friend she claimed was clingy, desperate to get engaged, and secretly jealous of her? Sophia had spent months sending me screenshots of her texts with Natalie whenever she was annoyed, mocking everything from her weight gain to her job in retail management to her boyfriend's slow proposal timeline. Yet, in person, they were inseparable besties. That night, I made a decision. I'd been sitting on a small archive of those screenshots, little pieces of gossip Sophia herself had handed me over time. If Natalie thought I wasn't good enough, maybe she deserved to see how her best friend really felt about her. The next afternoon, I happened to be near Natalie's workplace and texted her, "Hey, I'm grabbing coffee nearby. Got 15 minutes? Need to talk about some wedding stuff." She agreed, looking a little suspicious when she arrived. I got straight to the point. "Sophia said you think I'm not good enough for her." Wanted to clear the air directly. She didn't deny it. "Look, Derek, you're nice, but Sophia's exceptional. She needs someone equally ambitious. A paramedic salary won't give her the life she deserves." I nodded. "Fair enough. But I'm curious. Does Sophia ever complain about you to your face?" Natalie frowned. "What? No, we're best friends. She tells me everything." "Everything?" I asked, pulling out my phone. "Funny, because I've seen a lot of things she's said about you." And I started showing her the screenshots. Sophia mocking her bachelorette party plans, calling her clingy and basic, saying she only got promoted because she flirted with her gross manager. Natalie's face went from confusion, to disbelief, to pure fury. "She said this about me? I'm her maid of honor. I've spent thousands on this wedding." I shrugged. There's more, but you get the idea. I figured you deserved to know how she really talks about you. By that evening, my phone was blowing up. Sophia was screaming, "What did you do? Natalie is dropping out of the wedding. She's demanding I pay her back for everything. She called me a fake." I played dumb. "Wow, that's crazy. What happened?" She was livid. "She said you showed her screenshots. Did you?" "Well, you seemed concerned about her opinion of me. I thought being honest was the best approach. Transparency, right? That was the spark that lit the dynamite." Within 48 hours, our perfect wedding began to unravel in ways I couldn't have scripted better if I tried. The next 5 days were absolute chaos. Natalie didn't just quietly drop out of the wedding. She went scorched earth. She made a group chat with all the bridesmaids and shared her own receipts. The screenshots of Sophia trashing each of them behind their backs. Turns out, I wasn't the only person Sophia used as a dumping ground for her opinions. By Thursday morning, 3 of the 6 bridesmaids had officially quit. The other 3 were reconsidering. Natalie posted a long message about fake friends and two-faced behavior before Sophia kicked her from the chat. Then the domino effect hit our vendors, most of whom were Natalie's connections. The florist, DJ, and photo booth company all canceled within 24 hours, refunding their deposits. By Friday, the entire wedding party was in shambles. Vendors were bailing, and Sophia's parents were getting calls from family members asking what was going on. Sophia's mother called me, cold and formal. "Derek, this behavior is unacceptable. Your actions have damaged our family's reputation. We may need to reconsider this union." I simply said, "I showed one person the truth. Everyone else is reacting to that truth. If their friendships can't survive honesty, that's not on me." By the weekend, it was like watching a house of cards collapse. The venue called Monday morning to ask if we were still moving forward since multiple bridal party members had already canceled their hotel blocks and Sophia's mom had inquired about the refund policy. Sophia begged me not to cancel, but the damage was done. When she finally came to my apartment, she was a wreck. Messy hair, puffy eyes, shaking with rage and desperation. "We need to fix this," she cried. "Fix what? The wedding? The friendships? Us?" I asked. "Everything." I stayed calm. "Sophia, I didn't ruin anything. I just showed Natalie what you said about her. The rest is the fallout of your own words." She broke down, claiming she hadn't meant any of it. I told her there's a difference between venting and cruelty. She called me heartless. I told her I wanted to marry the person I thought she was, but that person clearly didn't exist. By Wednesday, her father texted that they were canceling all vendor contracts and expected me to pay my 30% share of the deposits. I had already paid my part up front. They could fight over the rest among themselves. Sophia sent me one last text. "I hate you. The wedding is officially over. The dress is in her closet. The bridesmaids have scattered. Her friendships are destroyed, and her parents are furious. And me? I'm sitting in my apartment with a cold beer, watching the last pieces of drama unfold in the group chat. Sometimes the most devastating revenge isn't elaborate. Sometimes it's just pulling one loose thread and letting the whole thing unravel on its own." By Thursday, the drama had taken on a life of its own. Natalie's boyfriend, Marcus, gave me a call that evening, and the conversation left me almost speechless. He said, "Dude, this is insane. Did you know Sophia was secretly contacting wedding photographers behind your back? Like, planning for the wedding to fail?" I almost dropped my phone. "What do you mean?" Marcus explained that Natalie had gone through her old emails and found messages between Sophia and several photographers. She had been telling them she was exploring future event options, all while actively planning our wedding. Apparently, she wanted a backup plan in case the marriage fell apart, meaning she was preparing to redo the whole thing someday with someone else. The photographers had even followed up recently, assuming she might be booking for another event. I laughed. Couldn't help it. It was almost poetic. While she was accusing me of ruining her dream wedding, she had quietly been preparing for the possibility that we wouldn't even make it. That's the person I almost married. Meanwhile, the fallout spread like wildfire. Sophia's cousin, who had already purchased a plane ticket, texted me asking if the wedding was truly canceled. I confirmed it and even sent her $300 to cover the ticket. She responded, "Thank you. Honestly, we all knew Sophia was like this. We just never said anything." That sentence stuck with me. It felt like everyone in her circle had quietly tolerated her two-faced behavior for years, until finally, one small spark lit the entire pile on fire. By Friday, Sophia's parents had officially sent out notices to all vendors, canceling every contract. Her father sent me one final message. "We expect no further involvement from you. This matter is closed." Translation: they were cutting me out entirely and trying to shield their family name from the embarrassment. I didn't bother responding. That night, I sat in my quiet apartment, beer in hand, scrolling through the now-abandoned group chat where bridesmaids and ex-friends were still dissecting every last receipt. The wedding that was supposed to be a glamorous celebration had transformed into a cautionary tale about secrets, gossip, and fake friendships. Sophia hadn't texted me since her final, "I hate you," and I doubted she ever would again. And honestly, I felt free. There was no wedding to stress over, no in-laws breathing down my neck, no need to tiptoe around someone who talked badly about everyone she loved. Sophia had built her social world on gossip and performance, and all I did was pull one loose thread. The rest unraveled on its own. Sometimes the best closure isn't revenge or reconciliation. It's walking away from the wreckage with your head held high, knowing the truth finally came out.